Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Flixet. Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures Spider-Man Far From Home has two post-credit scenes. We break down what they mean for the future of Spider-Man and the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. The latest MCU movie has the tough task of both following the superhero epic that is Avengers Endgame and closing out Marvel Studios Phase 3. Endgame and Far From Home mark the end of an era, concluding the Infinity Saga, with the MCU's Phase 4 expecting to kick off next year. As such, Far From Home must offer a compelling conclusion, but it must also set the stage for what's to come. Today we're gonna talk about the Spider-Man Far From Home post-credit scene and the new Venom teaser. But before we start, I want you to hit that red subscribe button to enter a monthly shoutout giveaway. Just comment down below saying I subscribe, we'll enter you into the giveaway. For the most part, Spider-Man Far From Home is focused on the story of Spider-Man after the events of Endgame and continuing his arc from his first two solo movie, 2017 Spider-Man Homecoming. The film sees Peter Parker, who is played by Tom Holland, go on a summer vacation to Europe with his classmates, including his best friend Ned, who's played by Jacob Batalon, and the girl he likes, called MJ, played by Zendaya. However, their trip is interrupted by Nick Fury, recruiting Spider-Man to fight the elements alongside Quentin Beck, aka Mysterio. Much of the movie features Peter and others in the world dealing with the void left by the death of Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. But the end of Spider-Man Far From Home starts to set up the future for the MCU. One aspect of the Spider-Man mythology that's been missing from the MCU this far is the Daily Bugle, the New York City tabloid newspaper in the vein of New York Daily News and New York Post, for which Peter Parker works as a photographer. The Daily Bugle played a key role in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy in the early 2000s, but was completely absent from Mark Webb's The Amazing Spider-Man films, now though it hadn't been introduced prior. Spider-Man Far From Home confirms that the Daily Bugle exists in the MCU, but it looks much different than what comic fans might expect. Perhaps the biggest bombshell of Spider-Man Far From Home's post-credit scene is the reveal that J.K. Simmons plays the MCU's J. Jonah Jameson. The actor, of course, played J. Jonah Jameson in Raimi's Spider-Man movies and is considered the definitive performance of the Marvel Comics character, although fans have suggested new actors who could play the newspaper editor-in-chief in the MCU. It appears Marvel Studios believe Simmons is still the right actor for the job. However, it doesn't appear this version of Jameson is the same character who appeared in Raimi's movies. Instead, this Jameson is an InfoWars-style political pundit and journalist who reports on conspiracy theories about Spider-Man's true identity. Certainly, because he's played by Simmons, the MCU's Jameson maintains many of the same hallmarks of the character, but he's running an alternative news website, the dailybugle.net. Distinction is a clear style of choice by Marvel Studios to make Jameson seem less credible. It's unclear as of yet how big of a role Simmons' new Jameson and Bugle.net will have in the future Spider-Man movies. This could be just an Easter egg and Bugle.net could fade into obscurity in the MCU, or Jameson's Spider-Man report could propel his website to more mainstream status, meaning it'll have a major role going forward. Well, we'll have to wait and see what Marvel has planned. For now, fans are no doubt excited to see Simmons reprise the role of J. Jonah Jameson at least one more time. The second Spider-Man Far From Home post-credits scene focuses more on Nick Fury and Maria Hill, except of course it reveals that Fury and Hill in Far From Home weren't actually themselves. Instead, it's revealed that Talos, the Skrull shapeshifter introduced in Captain Marvel, was posing as Fury the whole time, while his wife Sorin was posing as Hill. This reveal in the post-credits scene explains a few peculiarities throughout Far From Home, including Nick Fury's reaction to Spider-Man saying Captain Marvel's name and Fury discussing Kree sleeper cells with Hill. The Spider-Man Far From Home ending tells us that the scene proves that since going to space in the 90s, Fury has maintained a relationship with the Skrulls and has monitored extraterrestrial threats. It's unclear if Fury has taken regular trips to space in the years between Captain Marvel and Far From Home, but it's not out of the realm of possibility, especially after S.H.I.E.L.D. fell in Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and Fury went off the radar. What exactly he's doing in space, aside from taking a vacation though, remains to be seen. However, this particular scene does set up a Marvel comic connection fans have wanted for years. this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our future videos. Also, be sure to watch the 2 videos that you are seeing on screen right now because I'm sure you'll love them. With that said, I'll see you in the next video.